Ladies and gentlemen, the House rules package will be decided tomorrow. McCarthy needs 118 Republicans. And if you look at Liz Cheney, Newsweek, Liz Cheney says U.S. will suffer if McCarthy concedes on defense. Well, he's essentially already conceded on sending tens of billions of dollars. Thank goodness you have Trump Republicans who don't want a proxy battle and don't want an endless, never-ending proxy battle without a price tag. You've already sent tens of billions of dollars. Liz Cheney has never seen, along with the Lincoln Project Republicans, they've never seen a military confrontation or endless quagmire that they didn't love, that they didn't want the United States to send Americans, men and women, to around the world. So you look at the Lincoln Project, Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans, and even though Cheney is out of the Republican Party, if you look, watch the two segments prior to this one, the two videos I did on the House rules package. You have moderate Republicans in the USA Today and The Guardian and other publications, and I cite those publications in the videos prior to this, that want to prevent the rules package from being voted on and being cemented as, how McCarthy will run the House of Representatives, which he's given up all of his traditional authority as Speaker of the House. Liz Cheney is no doubt influential with the moderate Republicans who are trying to hold out. So there are moderate Republicans who have, and this is just my opinion and belief, I think that people like Liz Cheney and others are influencing moderate Republicans, perhaps, possibly with phone calls or letters. I could be wrong, but I'm saying if you look at Liz Cheney posts eerie Trump quote after McCarthy thanks former president, Newsweek, this is a day ago. And in Newsweek, another Newsweek article, Slate, an ABC News article. So you have Cheney who's going after McCarthy for giving in to Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert. I don't believe Cheney wants, even though she's not in the House of Representatives, she is not a fan of the concessions or the rules package that will give most of the influence and power within the Speaker, within the House of Representatives to Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Chip Roy, Freedom Republicans, and essentially also Jim Jordan, Steve Scalise. Jim Jordan, who's running the House, he's a chairman now of the House Judiciary Committee that will be front and center in impeaching Biden for felonies. Okay? Now, if you're a wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrat watching this, God bless you and have a fantastic 2023. I wish you only happiness, health, and joy, just like every Trump Republican. If you're a socialist, communist, it doesn't matter to me. If you're an American or anywhere around the world, God bless you. Have a beautiful, safe, and wonderful, and joyful, and prosperous 2023. That being said, the reality is that wonderful, highly educated, morally superior Democrats impeached Trump not on felonies or crimes, but on what they considered to be unethical and what they considered to be un-American. Okay, they didn't indict him on anything. You could indict and easily charge Hunter and even Joe Biden on potential graft schemes. You have to read the New York Post. The problem is the wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats don't ever read the New York Post because Twitter and government agencies in the Democratic Party suspended the New York Post when the stories were published at the most important time in U.S. history. Be careful what you wish for. Now you have a second recession. In 2021, did I not tell everybody we would have a recession? The market would tank. The stock market's going to crash more so than it already has. And it's going to be cataclysmic, unfortunately. Watch the stock market crash playlist, and eventually I'll start I'll restart the stock market crash channel. H.A. Goodman's other channel, I have a 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. every single day. That's doing well. And here on H.A. Goodman, we're over 203,000 subs. We're on our way to 204,000 subs, people. It's because of you, each and every one of you, throughout this country. In Oklahoma, in Florida, everywhere. In California, everywhere, watching New York, watching this channel. And also throughout the world, in Nepal, in Australia, New Zealand, in the UK, in India, watching this channel. Thank you so very much. Nigeria. I thank God I have viewers around the world. And I'm very, very happy and blessed and fortunate. And we're now on our way to 204,000 subs. We'll be at 210 soon. And then comes 220, and then we can slowly make our march to 250,000 subs. And it'll be because of you. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding. To my new Patreons, thank you. My Patreon is below. Your support is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Become a member. You allow me to do these completely independent YouTube segments, and become a member also. And to my super thanks, that's below, next to the like and the share buttons. Liz Cheney has an influence still. Very small one. Not a very powerful one, but a very small and annoying influence. As does Kinzinger and others. So, as do Kinzinger and others. Kinzinger not so much, but Cheney perhaps more so, because she's not on CNN. But it ain't going to work. At the end of the day, Matt Gaetz, Chip Roy, Freedom Republicans, Lauren Boebert will win out. Thank God. Thank God. The adults are now, the actual adults are in charge, because when they said, oh, Trump, he's a menace, he doesn't have any principles, he's no guiding principles. He has no guiding ideals. We had record low poverty under Trump. I will say it every segment. These are the things I'll say every segment. Bernie Sanders was cheated, record low poverty under Trump, and the Doha Agreement reversed failed U.S. foreign policy that Joe Biden voted for, got us into. Okay, now the criminal justice reform that the left is all interested in, that Rand Paul and Trump and other Republicans were helped implement when they were in office, or when Trump was in office. You're trying to reverse the crime bill, remnants and legacies of the 94 crime bill that Joe Biden helped write. Especially the sentencing disparities that this Democrat in the Oval Office helped write. What the Democratic Party does is they preach and pontificate, and they give these sermons on justice and morality to address the wrongs and the sins that they engaged in, primarily years back under Clinton, with our beloved president mashed potato brains writing the most egregious parts of the 94 crime bill. Okay? Nothing wrong with putting violent, lifelong, menacing criminals behind bars. That I'm all for. But I'm not all for sentencing disparities for substances, by the way, that Hunter used. Allegedly. So, actually, I don't even think it's allegedly. There's enough evidence, so. And that's the least of his that's the least of the crimes associated with him. The least. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, in the moderates could, tomorrow, I might be building up something that might not happen. The moderates could throw a wrench in what Matt Gaetz and McCarthy worked out. If they do, it'll just eventually only help Gaetz and Boebert and others, because it'll be a battle of wills then. Then the original 20 Republicans will say, we'll just protest again. This doesn't happen in the Democratic Party because Democrats are the politicians, and unfortunately many of the constituents, many of the voters who are wonderful and morally superior, vote blue no matter who. So if Liz Cheney became a pro-life Democrat, you better believe every pundit making 50, 60, 70 grand a month saying vote blue no matter who. But, talking about how the Democrats are wrong, man. But oh, by the way, every 4 years, vote blue no matter who. Got to have the racket going. You don't get venture capital funding if you're a Green Party, if you're an actual democratic socialist. You get that venture capital funding and you get all that money if you filter CNN and MSNBC talking points to a younger audience, which is what happens a lot. These pundits is quite lucrative, by the way, on Twitch also. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Keep an eye out for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's really, really interesting. And I think I'm like the first person to really talk about this. Give me your thoughts. Thanks so much. Be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific on this channel. Huge, huge, huge. Also, I'll talk about the declassified information on investigations McCarthy will release. Give me your thoughts.